Greetings, everybody, and welcome to another MCU review here in the Media Files. That's right, we're still on Phase 4. We literally have only 3 to go. Technically 4, but I'll explain that when we get to our last Blu-ray. So, Marvel announced that they were going to do a sequel to Doctor Strange. Everybody loved the first one. We're like, sweet, where are we going to go with that? Well, we definitely went somewhere with this next movie. And they officially announced that it was going to be their first ever horror movie. Yeah, I'm like, ooh, a scary movie in the Marvel Universe? Sweet. Who's going to direct that? Scott Derrickson. Okay. He did Sinister 1 and 2. Those were creepy. But, as usual, the whole thing with it is, well, it's okay, but I've got creative differences. So Scott Derrickson steps aside, and I believe he still gets story credit. I'll have to look here in a minute. However, though, we have the return of a certain director, which we have not seen a great horror film from, well, really since Drag Me to Hell. Yeah. Sam Raimi makes his MCU debut with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Wow. God, this movie was so good, and it just blew my mind when I saw it. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see it in theaters, but luckily on opening day when it got put on Disney Plus, I watched it. Wow. Oh, man. I mean, I thought it was going to be good, okay, but there were some surprises in here that made my jaw drop and made me freak out, because I cannot believe that they got those characters in this movie. I mean, if you haven't seen this movie yet, do I spoil it or not? I think I'll leave it non-spoiler this time. But I think I might go back and redo a bunch of these with spoilers. But yeah, so this time around I won't spoil the surprise for everybody. But let's just say that if you were, Blue Disc, if you were a kid that grew up in a little era called the 1990s, you should know the reference. I'll just leave it at that. So, yeah, Sam Raimi makes his MCU debut, and, not only that, though, Danny Elfman returns to compose the score. Very creepy, very Drag Me to Hellish, but not only that, though, it's got like a, kind of feels very Army of Darkness type. Oh, yeah. Danny Elfman's done lots of great horror scores. Beetlejuice, yeah, it's a comedy, but there are some horror elements into it. But my favorite one out of his was Sleepy Hollow. That's probably one of my favorite horror scores of all time. So, yeah, what can I say? Benedict Wong comes back, as well as Elizabeth Olsen as the Scarlet Witch. She goes nuts in this movie. I should point out, if you have not watched WandaVision, you should probably watch that first before you watch this movie. Yeah. They have the TV shows that are all kind of linked to Phase 4, but a good part of this story is you kind of have to watch WandaVision first to understand what's going on in certain parts of this movie. But, overall, what can I say? Jenna Anderson from comicbook.com basically says, unpredictable, inventive, and undoubtedly mesmerizing. She basically hit the nail on the head. So, let's go through the bonus features on this bad boy. So we have Constructing the Multiverse, follow writer Michael Waldron's journey to creating the story. Method to the Madness, Marvel crew members describe why this film is uniquely Sam Raimi. You should know why. Introducing America Chavez, meeting Zauchi Gomez and learning America's origin story in the comics. A gag reel, catch some mind-bending outtakes, as well as your favorite deleted scenes, as well as an audio commentary, which you can view the film with director Sam Raimi, producer Richie Palmer, and writer Michael Waldron. So, Yeah, what can I say? I mean, God, this it's awesome. It's probably my second favorite out of the Phase 4 movies. Or is it third? Is that a tease? Maybe. So, let's leave it at that. Check out WandaVision first if you haven't watched, or if you don't want to watch 6 some odd hours of it, just read Wikipedia and that'll save you about 6 hours. You can read everything in about 6 minutes. So with that, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next MCU review. See ya.